Hi everyone, welcome to our live Instagram. We're just waiting for Karen actually to join us. Let's check if Karen's still online. Hi everyone, it's good to see you all. Hope everyone is doing fine in this situation. And this conversation today and chit chat with Karen will be in English, of course. So I'll be happy to receive any questions. We'll be more than happy actually to read them as much as we can. So we're still waiting for Karen to join us. So happy to see everyone here. And we're still waiting for Karen to join us. Mr. Hamar Ain from UAE. So glad to see you in our live chat today. النور نوركم، شكرا جزيلا، سعداء انكم اليوم كلكم معنا باللايف. ان شاء الله يكون شات حلو وتستفيدون منه، وان شاء الله نقدر نجاوب على قدر مستطاع من الأسئلة بإذن الله. Okay, here's Karen. So we're waiting for Karen to accept the invitation.
Hi there, everyone.
Hi, Karen dear. How are you?
Hi. Oh, it's so lovely to see you.
Oh, it's lovely to see you too, dear. So how is everything? Let me just set up the camera, I think. I just need to move a little bit up.
The camera shot is okay. This is new.
Yes, all is good. Beautiful as always, Karen.
Oh.
So good to see you.
Well, lovely.
And really missing seeing you and talking to you all the time.
And loving being connected with Kuwait again, because we miss you and we miss the Middle East and we miss seeing you all in London. But, you know, we're all in extraordinary times that none of us had ever imagined we could be. But the important thing is that we all stay safe, and we're still managing to connect this way, which is amazing.
I know.
We're used to doing some of this anyway with our clients in the Middle East, so it means it's proven actually that we don't all have to jump on planes every 2 minutes, and that we can still connect.
Absolutely. I think this thing made us get used to, you know, this kind of communication, which sometimes is very hard to travel around and do it. So first question is, everyone is asking how you are taking care of the situation now with the, you know, virus and the office being off and everything else.
Well, thank you. We've been thinking about you as well back in Kuwait. So we are now in day 51 here in the UK. It's been quite tough. So my background here is our guest house in the country, because we have a build project going outside our front door that we're still working on.
Oh, that's amazing.
Which is amazing. And our youngest daughter is one of the heroes of the virus. She's a nurse working in London. So she's based in our flat.
That's amazing.
Yeah, she's been absolute an angel, and she's based in our flat. But the minute we realized that it wasn't safe for our team to be in the studio, we all took our computers and working from home. And I have to say, it is business as usual. I'm probably busier than I've ever been.
So what was the most difficult really with the team not being in, let's say, direct connection with you all day? And I have been facing that, and it's been a bit difficult just not to communicate with them one-to-one, and that chemistry is not, you know, face-to-face. So it's been a bit tough, I guess, for everyone.
Yeah, I think the downside is you don't have that human connection, which I miss, because I'm a people person, and so are you, Sarah. And so I love being near people. And but other than that, actually, the good thing has been, because I haven't been traveling so much, I've actually had more time to be access for the team to have access to me. I've been able to join more design meetings via Zoom. So that, you know, there are ups and downs, but we're, you know, in London, we are, if we need to be in the studio, we can be in the studio. It's big enough, we can do that safely. You know, we can do most of our work remotely, but when it comes to actually touching and feeling samples, you know, what you and I do is a very tactile process.
Absolutely.
And so we're just starting to, you know, we will start to have safe distancing meetings with clients in the next couple of weeks.
I'm sure. So to be honest, Karen, everyone have been waiting for you today.
Oh,
And
yes,
especially clients from Kuwait and GCC, because to be honest, lately, everyone is becoming a big fan to, let's say, I'll call it the UK touch when it comes to interior design. If it's the selective wallpapers or if it's the selective furniture. And really, you guys have a unique way of introducing, let's say, I always tell my clients, if you want to go to the UK, it means about, it's the taste of color, it's the harmony of when it comes to selections, to materials, etc. So really, you guys became now a hit in GCC because everyone's been following the accounts, and especially you, Karen, with your special signature. And actually, I had couple of thoughts when it came to your work, and we have been working together in an amazing project. And me being the architect and you've been the interior designer, I would like really to ask you, what are the obstacles when it comes to working with someone from a different culture, from, you know, let's say a project in Kuwait? I think it was maybe your first, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
And how did you really deal with that?
Okay, so I think going back to the start, I think, you know, the reason why people come to us in the UK and in London particularly is we've always been the design hub of the world. I mean, we're very lucky that we have access to everything very easily. A lot of designs are run through the studio before anybody ever sees them. We get suppliers coming to us. So I think that is great. We're used to working multiculturally. We're used to working across many different time zones. And I think, you know, when we're working in the Middle East, the great thing is, I think, I feel at home. So, you know, Sarah, you and I, when we first met, we always said that we were definitely sisters at some point. And
yes.
I think a great respect between our cultures. But
let's say that chemistry clicked in day one.
Chemistry definitely in day one. And
yeah.
But I think it's more than that. I think our cultures have always got on, but I think now it's very, you know, the project that we've spoken about, that we've been working on, you know, there were elements that the client wanted to bring in from France and from England, and honoring your culture as well. And I think, you know, I think in the past it's been, well, we just want what the UK have, and they don't want to honor the culture that you have at home. And that's not right, because that won't sit naturally with you. I think with all that's been going on recently, the home has become really, really important, and we realize it is our safe place. And I think the glitzy culture that we've seen recently, I think you will see not so much of it.
I'm sure when you face, let's say, GCC clients, they are, sometimes I call them, they are the most talented for a reason. They like to combine different cultures together in order to reach to the best and perfection of interior design, like combining Arabic signature with European signature, and some, let's say, French or something from heritage. How hard that was, Karen, when you worked on the project?
Yeah, I mean, it is the most difficult interior to get right, because you've got so many different elements. There's scale and proportion, and there's color, and there's symmetry, and there's balance, and there's this whole kind of visual stimulation that you've got to be really careful. And that's why, thank goodness, people come to you and to me, is because we know how to edit and curate and put all of those elements together in a harmonious way. If you started to try and do it yourself and throw all of these elements into your home, it would not be peaceful and harmonious. And you know, I mean, certainly in the UK we call it the eclectic look, is the most difficult design to get right. I think that's why a lot of people haven't been doing it really in the last 5-10 years, but I think it's certainly what we're seeing a lot more request of, is that people want to put that look and that feel together. We're lucky, we're not afraid of color at Taylor House. We embrace color. You know, all the
and I know that blue is your signature, Karen, if I'm not mistaken.
Blue, I love. I mean, I go through phases. It has to be said. So, you know, a lot of people come to us to set trends. So a lot of the projects we're working on, like you, Sarah, you won't see for 2, 3, 4 years ahead of when we've designed them, and we don't want to give our clients something that's dated the minute we hand it over. So a lot of what we're doing is predicting trends. So we went through an emerald green phase about 18 months ago. Everybody got on board with that. Purple before that, but now we're on blue, and then I'll be thinking about the next thing.
So let's call it a moody thing, actually.
Yeah, but it's actually the great thing about blue, and I can see it in your background, is that there are so many facets of it, and it's a life-giving color. And I think, you know, we need
absolutely
that. Yeah.
Okay, actually, sometimes I face a problem. We do interior, but not the way you guys do it. We do architectural interior more. And usually I face a problem when the client comes to me and she say, Sarah, I don't know what I want. How do you deal with that, Karen? Yeah, tell me a story about that.
Yeah, well, we have the great thing is, Sarah, don't we? We have a whole mixture of wonderful clients, some of whom are really passionate about interior design, who are Instagramming and Pinterest, and they've got lots of ideas and things, and that is great. And so if clients come with that, that's wonderful. Sometimes we'll start from an art collection that they've got. That's amazing. And then if they don't, then really our job is to put ideas and suggestions forward with confidence, having, you know, curated a look across the whole world, because we have access to everything. And really the whole process, as you know, Sarah, is all about communication. So it's getting to know your client, what their natural, you know, everybody has a natural leaning towards color and a style. And so our job is, I almost think we're almost psychotherapists, really, is that we
absolutely, because you need to understand what's in them and how they think and how do they really want to live in the space. Sometimes they have the idea, but maybe it's a bit hard to explain it or get it out of their chest, you know what I mean? So I guess that is something that some clients face usually when it comes to an architect or interior designer, just how to deal with that.
It's how to do that. And I think as well, we always say to clients, is as much what you don't like is as important as what you do like. And it's simple things like, we'll often say, are you a shiny or a matte person? What fashion designer do you naturally go and buy? What handbags have you got this season? You know, it's all of those.
Or a hotel that you like to visit.
Exactly, a hotel you like to visit, something that's inspired you. And I think we're almost like, you know, we're good at drawing that out of people. And that is one of the things I miss in lockdown, is that kind of face-to-face connection, to really get that connection going. But I know you and I just had it from the start, because, you know, we are working our passion, and that I think comes
absolutely through. And client satisfaction is really the goal. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So actually, Karen, today, I know it's rarely sharing a renovation project online, but today I wanted to surprise everyone that we have a nice project by Karen. It's an apartment renovation, and I will try to share the picture. So I'll be more than happy if you can talk to me about it little. I will start with the first image, if you can tell us about this project.
Yeah, so what we wanted to do is share with you, not everybody sees the before and after. And
yes,
when you see the before and after, that's when you go, wow, oh my goodness. So this is a grade 2 listed property in Kensington in London, around the corner from our studio. Actually a Middle Eastern client, it's their London home. And we got to know them, but they really trusted us. We were dealing with both the parents and the children, because it's a family base. It overlooks a beautiful garden square, and for us to take something that had been really wasn't loved anymore and turn it into something that really had soul and color and energy, and we did a kind of classic traditional. So, you know, often Sarah, as you know, it's where do you start with your inspiration on a project? And for us, it is looking at the environment it sits in. It's looking at the architecture we're given, and obviously when we work with you, that's
do you get inspired, Karen, usually from the architectural around? Do you respect the architecture of the building? Thank you very much. Because sometimes, you know, there is heritage, there is a nice history in that building. And actually I noticed in one of your pictures, you tried to dig through the ceiling or remove the existing ceiling, and you found a beautiful decorative piece up there.
Yeah, no, you have to start from the bones of what you've got, whether it's a traditional building that you're working with, that you're restoring, or whether it's starting with something completely new. And for us to understand, gone are the days, thank goodness, as interior designers, we're brought on, as you know, Sarah, an ideal project at the same time as the architect, because it's a collaborative process. Just to be handed over something at the end and say, please furnish it, is not the best way to do an interior project, because there are lots of elements that have to be thought about.
And usually the inspiration of these colors, how does it come? It's your signature, Karen.
Yeah, so for me, it will come from an amazing fabric I might have seen, or it might be a piece of art that we found for the room, and then we build it around that. It's all about layering. A really good interior doesn't come necessarily from the first minute we install it. You then go on and you're laying accessories, and the cushions, the colors and texture is really important. And to say, we're lucky that we're not afraid of color. It doesn't have to be, as this shot shows you, it doesn't have to be everywhere, but really it's life-giving, I think, at the end of the day.
What if a client didn't like something, Karen? How do you deal with that?
Well, we make sure that we communicate all the way through the project, so there are no surprises at the end. I think that is the key. So they will have seen every fabric, every piece that we're putting in there. And some clients are really interested in that process. Some are not so bothered. So we can do it through a number of ways. We do CGIs like you do, Sarah, in the office. And if a client can't vision something, then we can do it.
They can vision that through the CGIs, yeah.
We do it through CGIs. I mean, the thing with the CGI, though, is that you need to start designing all of the furniture right at the beginning, whereas normally we do it halfway through the process. So you've got to really think about all of the elements. But that makes sure that we don't have, as I say, have any kind of surprises at the end. But if a client doesn't like something when it goes in, then we'll sort it out for them. But also we take a lot of inspiration from fashion and jewelry and nature. And I was lecturing this week at one of the teaching schools in London, and I have a bit of an issue with copycat designing. So people sitting on their sofas looking through Instagram and Pinterest and just showing it to their contractor and go, I'll have that, please. Well, no.
Yes.
Do you want something that everybody else has got? And really, our designs, Sarah, as you know, are really thought through in hours and hours and hours of detail. And I think we're lucky because we can vision 3D and imagine the whole thing in our heads.
And again, whatever you design is actually customized for that client. It's not something that you will buy off the shelf. You know what I mean? It's something for you, your identity, your personality, or even the way you want everyone to see you. So it's very important if it's really customized only for you.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, we're just finishing a project here in the UK that's been going on for 2 years. It's 18,000 square feet or 1,800 square meters. And the client's been really involved in all of that all the way through, and has gone to see, we've commissioned some amazing pieces of furniture you will never see anywhere else. They've gone to the workshop, they've seen the artisans who are going to make it, they've collaborated, they've put their own special mark on it. And that we're seeing more and more, because how do you make your home individual and special when everything is out there just to click and buy? And this again is what we're seeing, a big change in design, is that bespoke element that simply nobody else on the planet will have what you have. And that just shows the passion and energy that you bring to a project, which Sarah, you were saying, I know you love coming to London and Europe and seeing all the inspiration.
That's gonna be my first destination after this ends. I'm gonna book my first flight to UK. One more image that I would like to share, Karen, with everyone is your amazing, beautiful office, which is really reflects how your company vision, let's say, take the client through. You take the client through a journey through your beautiful office design, the color theme that you like, the quality actually pops out when you move out through the space. And what attracted me to this image, and I saved it actually from the Instagram, is the artwork. I noticed that you change the artwork constantly, And what is the reason behind that? Especially that artwork really pops out the space around. And it's a signature.
So artwork is my, you know, when I first started, I worked for an art dealer. So that's my kind of starting point. But no, we can't wait to welcome you all to the studio in Knightsbridge. I'm missing it so much to share a story with you. That I'm actually, it's my birthday on Friday, and my treat
happy birthday, Karen.
Thank you. Is I'm going to 21 again. I'm going to drive to my office, and I'm going to sit in my office alone.
I know.
I'm missing it. And and I always say to clients, don't, so whilst we might start designing a space around art, never fix your art in your collection. It should be something that's constantly changing. And the same with your accessories and your cushions. You know, keep your home changing the whole time. So I say this because my husband goes mental when I bring another painting home, and then I end up taking loads down and hanging others up, and it should be a constant changing thing. And
absolutely,
I think some people buy art just to fill a space, but really you should buy art because it connects with you. It's not
absolutely
just, and then when
it
you
should
find
have it should have that connection.
It is that connection. And I think when you find something new, don't think, oh, I filled the wall space. I have stuff propped up, and I just change it, and the seasons change, and I change the colors, and but
that's amazing.
Having said that,
I miss the office as well.
I know. Well, we can't wait to get you back in so you can do lots of rummaging in our samples.
Absolutely, absolutely. Actually, this is the question that everyone asks me, but I would like to ask you, Karen. I never asked you this question before, and I guess someone is saying happy birthday to you in the comments, Karen, today.
Oh.
They're wishing you a happy birthday on Friday. We'll be happy to receive gifts after Corona, so we can keep them, you know, aside for now. Actually, everyone have a... Yeah, we'll give them the address. Don't worry, I'll send it. Actually, Karen, everyone have a dream project. What is Karen's dream project, which you didn't do yet?
So that's a good one. Well, we haven't done a hotel yet, but we're in the middle of doing one, which is going to be a crazy, amazing hotel in Soho in London.
Wow.
A castle. I haven't done a castle yet. So we've designed a castle.
Okay.
We actually have designed a castle, but to go in the middle of the desert.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see if that happens. But something...
Hopefully.
Yeah, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Something whimsical and kind of just completely fairy tale. I think I'm in that mood at the moment. I just want, you know, our home is our castle or our palace.
Absolutely.
And I think it's almost like pulling up the drawbridge and feeling safe behind those walls. I think is probably why I'm kind of feeling like that at the moment. But we're you know, in the studio we get to work in a whole range of styles and different projects. Every project is different and exciting, and I think having done this for a very long time, if I tell you how long, then you'll work out how old I am on Friday. So but
come on, Karen, still 25. We're all still there at 25. Never pass that number.
In my spirit, I'm still a youngster. But yeah, no, we're lucky that we've got lots and lots of things. But Sarah, can I ask you a question? What's your dream project?
I have two.
Yeah.
One for me is never enough. Actually, my really dream project is to do the most beautiful architecturally designed mosque. It's actually a dream for me because it's really reflecting religion believes in an architectural theme that really shows everyone in the world what is my religion and really the right way to see it, as well as Islamic art and architecture. It has a lot of depth to it, which I'm still till this day, I feel people are doing these lavish architectural mosques projects, but they're still missing a soul. It's not there.
Yeah,
so this is one of my dream projects, actually. I hope one day.
My favorite place when I'm in Abu Dhabi is I go to Sheikh Zayed's mosque and at sundown.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I go every time and it still blows me away because there's something, as you say, very spiritual, but the design is just really amazing. So
yeah, this is the first one. The second one, to do the most crazy boutique hotel actually. But I'm yeah, you will be the interior designer for sure for that, Karen, but I will do the architectural part. So boutique hotels are such a joy, combining too many elements together, and maybe one day, we don't know, keep dreaming, it will happen.
Sorry,
oh, Karen, where did you go? Is all okay? Okay, I think the dream was too big to handle, Karen.
My phone fell over.
Oh my dear, actually, see, we dreamt a lot and we have to go back to reality now, Karen. Okay, all is good now, under control. Well, Karen, it's so good to see you today with us. Let me be frank, it was so fun. It was so fast.
Yeah.
Time went so fast, actually. And to be honest, we should keep doing that again, but next time we surprise our viewers with something else.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, you know, you and I talked earlier that, you know, we've got so much to talk about that I'd be really happy to do a webinar together, you know, for,
absolutely.
You know, you and I love supporting students in interior design and other people in the industry as well. So, you know, really happy to do that and loving engaging. And thank you.
And promise me one thing, that when you come to Kuwait next time, we will be having an amazing lecture.
Oh, definitely. I'm on for that.
Okay. So stay safe, dear. It's so good to see you again. And please, my regards to your daughters, your husband, and everyone in the office. Really miss them. And hopefully we will see them very, very soon.
Thank you. And the same to your gorgeous daughter. I hope she's sketching away because she's our future as an
She is. You're always in her mind, and she sent you her regards as well. Hamad and everyone else.
Well, I hope you have a good Ramadan, and I hope you all stay safe. And we're thinking.
Thank you, dear.
You honestly have the most hospitable people and country, and the best.
Thank you very much, Karen.
The best food I am missing.
We love you so much, and we can.
Take care.
All the best, Karen. Again, we cannot wait to see you back in UK, and to have you also in Kuwait with us.
Yes, inshallah. Take care.
Thank you, Karen. Take care. Bye. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today.
Bye,
Bye Karen.
Thank you, everyone.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.